Let's check in on one of the local businesses further west in Sydney, that is in Abbotsbury. Gabriele Moretti actually is the owner of Amoretti's restaurant in Abbotsbury. Thanks for joining us, Gabriele. It must break your heart to shut down your restaurant. Tell us what it means to you, your family and to your employees.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, as you can see behind me. Like, chairs are up. It's what do you tell your staff week on week? This is the information that we get fed week by week by our premier. What the next step is. So that's the message we pass on to the staff at the moment. I just feel like there wasn't much planning. The government had 12 months to think about this from the last lockdown that we had, and it's taken them this long to help small business, and we still haven't received any help as yet.
Now, you would have been through a very difficult year anyway with reduced capacity and last year's lockdown. Tell us, how were you travelling, say, 3 weeks, a month ago?
Look, it's basically, we can't predict for the next 6 months. That's how hard it is at the moment, because there's new restrictions. People are not confident in booking anymore their functions. So it's very hard. This industry is very hard. It's become extremely hard at the moment. But yeah, it's just don't know what the end of this week brings. You're living in a real uncertainty at the moment.
Yeah, it's a terrible situation, Gabriele. We've seen it around the country. Tell us about some of the practicalities. How many staff are now without work for at least the next 2 weeks? How much produce, how much stock have you had to throw out? Just what are some of those pressures you're trying to sort your way through?
Well, what really hit hard was when the first announcement came on the Saturday afternoon, locking down at 6 o'clock. Like, we had functions, we had that Saturday and Sunday, we had a lot going on, and all that food went to waste. Everything went in the bin. We needed more notice. We needed more time. If you're going to do a lockdown, give us at least a 24 hours to 48 hours to prepare for these lockdowns, not just bring it at 6 o'clock, and shut us up. And that really hurt. This time around really hurt us very hard, very hard.
Yeah, and tell us how many employees you have.
Well, at the moment, we're running on takeaways. Look, we've only got about 4 working at the moment. We've got 2 in the kitchen, myself at the front, and another 2 in the pizzeria, just to get by. But, that's not even covering the costs. What we're turning over is not even covering the wages at the moment, let alone the rent. We've got no rent relief this time round, which has been, I don't understand why the government hasn't handed down any rent relief. The first time round there was rent relief. This time round there's no rent relief. There's a lot of unanswered questions here.
There sure are, Gabriele. Thanks so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.